Hello everyone, and I would just like to introduce you to my game room. I started collecting in 2019, and I like how what it's become so far. Yeah, if we're going to start with anything, it would be this Portal poster. I got this at my college a couple years ago, and it only cost $12. And yeah, because my college, every once a year, they sell a whole bunch of posters, some video games, some movies, all that stuff. I do have 3 more posters I want to hang up, 2 of which are the Metroid Dread holographic posters that I could get off of my Nintendo. I might put them here, or I might put them there. I'm not sure yet. Another one I got is a 1954 Godzilla movie poster, like reprint, also from my college. Yeah. Not the same size as this, they're a bit smaller. I think they're like, yeah. Let's move on to this. This is my little console, like media storage thing. We have controllers, handhelds, little knickknacks. Here we have the gamepad for the Wii U. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've had it since 2013. Here's just my little thing for my handhelds. Here's my mom's Game Gear. Now, a couple of years ago, the screen started just dying, and it needed like 60% of the screen was dead pixels, maybe more. So I sent it to a guy. He replaced it on a mod screen on there, and it looks nice. It's a great mod. Here you have a little LCD game that I got from my dad. It's pretty fun. I need to get bags for it to play again. Next we have a DS Lite. This was the same color I had. That was my DS Lite was when I had it. Sadly I sold it, but I'm glad I got a new one. Now the digitalizer, the touchscreen part that where the touchscreen part of it works, is all scratched up. Thanks Pokemon Rangers. Yeah. So I have to fix that. Lastly, we have my DSi XL that my cousin gave me. He's like, hey, you want this? I'm like, sure. So, yeah. Who am I to turn down free 3DS? I mean, not 3DS, 2DS. Next, we have this some chargers. This is for an AC adapter for the Game Gear, a DSi XL charger, my jumbo pack for the N64. This is something actually kind of cool. In the dust covers, I have a Star Tropics and a Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt manual. Both are the Canadian versions. Yeah. And fun fact about the NES and the games in Canada, they were distributed by Mattel in Canada. I just think that's a neat little factoid, and yeah. Next we have the manual that came with the VIC-20. It teaches you all about how to program in Microsoft Basic, and it's actually a pretty cool read. And yeah, that's my manuals, my cool manuals so far. Next we have the controllers. Now the green N64 controller is a third-party one. The gray one I got with my N64. The red one was a Christmas gift for my aunt. These are the Sega Genesis Mini controllers. This thing here, Super Nintendo Classic controllers. And below we have the NES Zapper, a third-party NES controller, a third-party GameCube controller, some nunchucks for the Wii. Oh, a Super Nintendo to USB controller, some Wii remotes, and a Wii Motion Plus. Lastly, we have a controller for my VIC-20. Technically, also work with a Atari 2600, but and then we have a disassembled N64 controller. Got this at pawn shop. The stick was super loose, so I have to order a new one. But hey, that's so far with my media shelf. Next, we have my desk. Here we just have my laptop I got for college and all that. two third-party Apple II disk floppy drives, and then here we have my Apple II. Yeah. It's a pretty cool system. Got this from my high school at the last day of school, and it's pretty cool, nice system, pretty nice computer. The monitor itself is having some problems. It just randomly cuts out. No idea why that is. It could just because of the video socket they use. Apple just use some really cheap ones that aren't really good. But yeah, it's a pretty nice system. I mean, computer. Then here we have my console media shelf. There we have my 20-inch Hitachi CRT, and then we have like a, I think 26-inch, 27-inch, I'm not sure, RCA. The cool thing about the RCA is that it has a whole bunch of video inputs. Component, AV, S-Video, VGA, has a USB port, HDMI. This was actually the first flat screen TV my family owned. And it's a great TV. Yeah, I'll probably be using it until it eventually dies, which will probably be a sad day when it happens. Here you have a Super Mario Game & Watch, which is Christmas present from my dad, I believe. And it's pretty fun. Here we have just your standard AV switch box. Over here we have a Wii U. It's not my original model, sadly. It got cooked. But hey, I'm glad I got a replacement so I can finally play Wind Waker HD again. Here you have my PS3. This was a gift from my grandparents. They were just using it as a Blu-ray player. I guess they got a proper Blu-ray player, and they're like, "Hey, you want this?" I'm like, "Sure." Here we have my GameCube. I got this in 2019 for $69, and I got the Game Boy player attachment for $60. The store I got the Game Boy player at, they had another one, complete in box with the disc and all that, for $100. I passed it on up because I didn't have my wallet or any money with me. And it was years until I saw another one of these things at that same store. And down below here, there's some multimeter, because I don't know where to put it yet. But here we have an NES. I recently had to adjust the pins so they make better connection with the cartridges, because that has, when you press down, it bends the pins a bit. Yeah, pretty nice system. Has some yellowing on the front. I don't know if I can fix that, but it's not too big of a deal for me. Here we have the N64. This is what got me into retro gaming and gave me more appreciation for gaming in general. I found out about this system when my family was watching GoldenEye, and my dad talked about how he played GoldenEye on the N64, and I asked him to tell me more about it, and I just became so fascinated by it, and asked my aunt if she could find me one. She did. She found one at a yard sale, I believe, with 6 games: Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, Wave Race 64, Ocarina of Time, Perfect Dark, and GoldenEye. And let me just open this here. Boom! We have an expansion pack. Yeah. Here we have the bookshelf. There we have the box for Ring Fit Adventure. There we have my Commodore VIC-20 box that belonged to my dad. He gave it to me. Here we have some Hero Factory toys I had growing up. A Godzilla figure, the Lego Back to the Future DeLorean, the first Back to the Future DeLorean they made out of Lego. Console Wars, great book. If you have not read it already, I highly recommend it. Yeah. Also, there we have my Amiibos. There we have the first Lego Back to the Future, the first Lego Back to the Future DeLorean there, and that little portal guy thing was something my sister painted to me and gave me for Christmas. And below here, first off, we have a actually, one second. Let me turn the flash on. Yeah. Here we have a Legend of Zelda Game & Watch, a Captain Almar ship, the SS Dolphin, out of Lego. You can get the instructions online. I recommend it. It's a nice build. Then here let's start off with my Nintendo Switch games. I guess the first ones I would talk about is Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime Remastered. Great games. I love Metroid, and honestly, I think Metroid Dread might be my favorite Metroid game out of the series. Here you have Pikmin 3. I think this was a Christmas gift to my mom. I think she might have given it to me, but she this is what got her into Pikmin, and she loves it. And she's put 250 hours into this game. I'm not joking. Here I have Super Mario 3 All-Stars. Then we have Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, which was a Christmas gift from my grandma. Then we have Super Mario Odyssey. This is was the first game I got for the Switch. Oh, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This was a birthday. No, not birthday. It was a Christmas gift to my mom. And that's how she got into the Kirby series too. Here you have my Wii U games, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD was my first Zelda game and also my favorite. Here's Star Fox. That was a Christmas gift from my dad. Donkey Kong Country Returns. I played this game so much with my mom growing up, and it holds a special place in my heart. And honestly, I don't really mind the motion controls. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption was my first Metroid game, and the motion controls was really nice. The aiming, really nice. Then we have Pikmin. My mom bought this for herself after she beat Pikmin 3, and I got her Pikmin 2 for a Christmas present one year. Then we have Punch-Out for Resident Evil Wii Edition, Skylanders, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I got this from my best friend on the last day of high school for around $20, and my grandma gave me a copy years ago for my birthday. I sadly sold it stupidly, but I'm happy I got it back. I think this was a gift from my grandma. It might have been or something. It might have been a gift. I don't quite completely remember. Then here we have GameCube. This is what I used to play the Game Boy games using Game Boy Player. I use the Game Boy interface. It works well. It actually works better than the Nintendo's official disc. Harry Potter, Luigi's Mansion. This is my most recent GameCube game. Got for 2/3 the cost, and baby, I was doing my happy dance that day. Then we have Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Metroid Prime 1 is probably one of my favorite games. I think Dread just beats it by a little bit, but still top 10. And Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Oh boy, this is the most I've ever spent on a game. It cost me $88, which is more than a brand new game goes for here in Canada. And it's not worth 88. At least in my opinion. 70, sure. But personally to me, no, not 88 sadly. Here we have and then next we have Pac-Man World 2. And along with Pac-Man Versus. Pac-Man World 2, really fun. I played it originally on the Xbox at a family friend's house. Couldn't beat the second world. It was, but I still had a lot of fun with it. Haven't beaten it. Need to get on that this summer. Here we have Star Wars Rogue Leader. I love my space combat. Fighting, spaceships. I love those kind of games. So seeing this, it's great. Also, this was my first GameCube game. This was my second. Next is my N64 games. We have Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, it's honestly, I think it's better than Mario 64. That might be a hot take, but god damn it, it's so good. Then we have Banjo-Tooie. This is also a recent pickup. Fun fact about this, this was the first game where deleting the saves, I regretted it a bit, because deleting the first game save, because all 3 saves were taken up, but each time was different. Like, it was 36 hours for first save 1, save 2, it was 24, then save 1 it was 16. And now I realize that was this was one probably kid's like favorite game or like only game, and we played it so much, and yeah, so deleting it just kind of hurts a bit. Next we have DK64. It's a fine game. It's not as good as Banjo-Kazooie, but it's still pretty good. Here we have Excitebike 64. Haven't unlocked the original Excitebike yet, but I will do that next. I will get around to that. Here we have Gex 64. It is a repo label, and I didn't notice that until after I left the store, and it was too late to go back. So, And also, this was a game where I realized I don't give a shit about labels really. As long as the game works and it's fun, I cosmetically, And I think honestly, the sooner you accept bad cosmetic damage with games, the more you'll save and the more fun you'll have. So, down here we continue with the N64 library. Here we have GoldenEye Classic. It's really fun, multiplayer is great. Ocarina of Time, I don't really like it. Maybe it's because my first Zelda was Wind Waker, and it raised the bar. It just didn't meet it, sadly. I put it down after the dungeon, after you get the Master Sword. Next we have Madden 99. You gotta have a Madden, come on. Next we have Perfect Dark. Very impressive, like holy shit, Rare was cooking something up with the N64, like what they were able to manage and accomplish on the system. It's jaw-dropping, like holy crap. Next we have Pilot Wing 64. It's a nice time sink, you know. You get what you pay for, you fly around, it's pretty fun. Then we have Star Fox 64. This was another game my dad talked about that he played growing up and all that, and yeah, still really fun. Next we have Mario 64. Pretty good games. The last 2 levels just suck. I'm sorry, like I don't have fun with them, and that sucks to say because the rest of the game is fantastic. It just drops at the end, just drops off. And then last but not least, we have Wave Race 64. It's pretty good. Like, it's a solid racing game. Like, and you're on jet skis. Like, that's not the love. Next, we have my NES games. It's kind of a bit of short library, but it's still like it. Blaster Master. This is one of my most recent pickups. Pretty fun. Haven't beaten it. Need to get to it. I've liked what I've played so far. Here we have Star Tropics in pretty good condition, and this is a Canadian copy right here. Which I just think this is kind of cool, just checking this stuff out, you know. Went over the NES games. Blaster Master, Star Tropics, Super Mario Bros. / Duck Hunt, Super Mario Bros. 3, which is the Left Bros version. We have Bloodborne, Doom Eternal, which was really fun, though the PC will probably be better. Ghostbusters the video game remastered. If you're a fan of Ghostbusters, you owe it to yourself to play it. It's really good. It's like as many people have said, it's like if they made a Ghostbusters movie in the 90s. There God of War, Gravity Rush, both great games. Then Persona 5, really fun. had a lot of fun with it. Music slaps. Haven't played Persona 5 R yet. I'm probably gonna get to it next summer. Then we have Resident Evil 2 remake. It's my first M-rated video game because my mom didn't want me playing them when I was younger, which is a good call. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. No Russian kind of messed me up after. Got this for free along with, because I got God of War Collection and God of War 3 for $4, and at the game store I was at, it was buy 2 games for $4, get 1 free. We have Dead Space, really good, great game. If you like survival horror games, I highly recommend it. Transformers Fallout Cybertron, also really good. I think it's getting a little bit pricey now, which sucks because it's just a really good game, and if you're a Transformers fan, you probably have enjoyment out of it. They have the Uncharted series. I started with 2, loved it. It was like one summer, maybe 2016, 2015. Yeah. I loved it. The next time I went to this game store, I saw Uncharted 3, instantly bought it, picked it up, loved it. And then I think 2022, I finally got the first one. And also they play the 4th one, but that's I got it digitally on the PS4. Next we have Final Fantasy Chronicles, which comes with Final Fantasy 4 and Chrono Trigger. I really want to play more. I started Chrono Trigger. I didn't get very far in it though. Next we have the next Tetris. It's Tetris, so yeah, come on. Parasite Eve. This is a really good game. It's a mix between Resident Evil and Final Fantasy 7. Kind of like it has the fixed camera angles of the Resident Evil games, and like a not turn-based. It's a real-time combat, I think. I'm not sure what quite it's called, but the kind of combat system it's called. But it's really fun. Really, the body horror in this is pretty creepy, even today. And I bet even back then it was probably pretty like horrifying, I guess. But horrifying, that's the right word for it. But yeah, if any game deserves an RE2 remake, it's Parasite Eve. And then we have Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In my elementary school, I saw a kid playing it, but I just never picked up. Next we have Mario Kart DS, and so next we have Mario Kart DS, New Super Mario Brothers, and let's just skip it, and Sonic Rush. These 3 were my holy trinity growing up. I love these games so much, and these 3 games are what made me buy a DS again. And they're both just as good as I remember them being. Next we have Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Alma. I got this game because of Jane Animation's video on it, and it's a really good game. The writing's S tier. Great. It's comedic. It's funny. I got it for $30 Canadian. I remember seeing at one point it was up to like 100, it's nuts. But I think now, last time I checked, it was around 50, which yeah, that's a pretty good price for it. Do get a good screen protector or something for it though. That's my only suggestion. And then next we have Sonic Rush Adventure. It's been in rough shape and all that. It's my first import game, and I picked up because, well, I love Sonic Rush, so the sequel, I will love the sequel. Next we have the Game Gear. We got Incredible Hulk. I saw this at GameStop for cheap. Sonic 1, I got this because, well, Sonic 2 was the game that came with my mom's Game Gear. Fuck the hang glider in that game. It's just complete and utter garbage. What the hell? Like, what the hell? What did they think? What were they thinking? And then Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear. Great songs, music, pretty good. Even back then, they had great music. There you have my VIC-20 games. This one is in the chips. It just doesn't work. I don't know why. You have Gorf, Jupiter Lander, Omega Race. This is actually a pretty fun game. It's kind of like Asteroids, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's from what I remember. The Sky is Falling. Don't remember that one. Cosmic Cruncher. Don't remember that one. And then Avenger. It's been a while since I played the VIC-20, but from what I remember, they're pretty solid games. Here we have a white Yoshi plush. I'm gonna make these are some CDRWs. I'm planning to make some like mixtape CDs on them. Probably like have one of them be the Sonic Symphony that orchestra that is released. Cause that's great not track. That was a great like thing that Sega did. Here you have my Super Nintendo Classic and Sega Genesis Mini. Here you have my Godzilla box, and then down here you have two binders full of Pokemon games. Not Pokemon games, but Pokemon cards. Here's my original Wii that me and my family had. Some Wii remote Wii wheels. And here you have my dad's VIC-20 that he gave me. The F key broke off, but luckily at my high school we have some 3D printers. So I remodeled a new post and a new keycap, and since it doesn't use switches, it uses like a post and it has a keycap, and in between the two it has a spring. So I took a spring from a mechanical pen, cut it and unraveled it a bit, and honestly I'm very surprised at how well it turned out. Pretty much almost identical to the original, maybe just a bit has a bit more resistance. But yeah, that's my shelf for games. Oh, sorry. That is my game. All my games I have. For the future of this game room, immediate future, getting an Atari 2600, the Darth Vader version. Gonna be getting, that's pretty much the immediate. But for games, consoles I want to get more games for, the NES, the PS1, Game Gear. I want to get more Game Boy games. Oh, speaking of, I guess Game Boy technically. Here we just have Namco Museum for the GBA. I got it because of $2 and I needed to test out the Game Boy player. But yeah, get more Game Boy games. What else is there? I guess when it comes to, I do want to get more GameCube games. It's just how pricey it is right now. It's kind of hard to spend that kind of cash on them. But yeah, when it comes to the N64, I'm almost done collecting for it. Well, at least when I say that, I'm not going for a complete collection. I'm just getting all the games I want to play. And there's 5 left. Being Rayman 2, Decor Racing, Smash Bros, Mario Kart 64, and one of the Mario sports games. not sure which one I want to get yet. I do want to get Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the PS1, mainly because that version has Spider-Man as an unlockable character, and that's just cool. Yeah. But when it comes to stuff like, if money wasn't a obstacle, I could just really go out forever. I would definitely love to get more GameCube stuff. I would love to get like maybe, I don't know, Sega Saturn. That might be interesting. Maybe Dreamcast. Sega Saturn's infamous how expensive it is. And yeah, I would like to get another Sega console. I'm not sure which one yet. It might be the Dreamcast. Yeah. It's. Yeah, I would like to have a bigger space, but I think of doing well with what I have. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tour. Hey, also, if you have any game recommendations or like anything like that, leave them down in the comments. We'd love to hear them and check them out. See ya. Bye.